is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to spectacular Boca Raton, Florida, Flagler Credit Union Stadium, home to the Florida Atlantic Owls. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Louisiana's offense will get the football first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are
breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. And the Raging Cajuns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the air on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Raging Cajuns didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Louisiana. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Florida Atlantic Owls offense will go to work for the first time today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Yeah, and it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him now.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Just needs a crack to get a return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Buys a little time with his feet. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his man. It's ball. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Not much there on the line. He gets 1 to the 31.
Definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
From the gun, running back on the move. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off. Give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back, getting the yardage.
And the Raging Cajuns line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker, it's Worthy. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Raging Cajuns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
14, Florida Atlantic, 0.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Florida Atlantic races to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
At the 45 on his way. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Working that left side now. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Owls really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Makes the catch. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Pushes ahead. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll do it himself. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Smashes it between the uprights. Had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Cajuns. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. This is a huge drive for this offense, down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. He'll keep it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. On third down, he drops to throw. Right down the middle. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the second time. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense turning it on. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Touchdown, Louisiana. He got a step and just dusted the field.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Out of the gun, the give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Stands in and takes the hit. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They go to the ground. Got the first down, looking for more. Oh, he's getting ahead. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game. But finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Safe completion on the screen. They've got him before he gets the first down marker, and the screen does not deliver. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They get up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So now on comes the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on, and those arms might have favored. Gator there, and it'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Touchdown, Cajuns! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bridges. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Owls in the hurry up. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Shoots it to the left. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field.
In punt formation to kick it away.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Pulls it, fired complete. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. And the Raging Cajuns just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard.
And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Louisiana!
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Works the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll immediately call timeout.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Looking to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Horn. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. This time on target. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. The Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He has the first and still on his feet. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Still on his feet at the 45. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll leave it with him. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Boca Raton. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Quarterback on the keeper. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Back to throw, it's Barnes. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. Stealing a score on special teams. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few. On that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cajuns! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They'll leave it with the lone back. Not much there. They'll give him one to the 14. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to throw. It's Barnes. Got it in the middle. It's Bridges. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up in great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Might as well give it to him again. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana in the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. The Raging Cajuns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They're going to ride this running back across the 45. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Raging Cajuns can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, running back gets to give. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Raging Cajuns come to the line with a new set of downs. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Trying to bully their way in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Barnes. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
Fights off a defender. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.